Hi. So I just watched the podcast that Joe Rogan did with that Paleo guy. And I might be a little biased because I always love the way that Joe Rogan seemed to at least think about things and seemed to bring a lot of different viewpoints and discuss things. He always seemed like a person who embraced freedom of expression, who stood up against SJWs and called feminists out on their nonsense and said we're grown-ups and gotta quit treating us like babies and little kids. And there's a lot of things about him that I admire. And so that maybe biased me a little when I was watching this because I thought he was making some good points. And it could be the case that there's some misinformation in that video, but I do think the things they discuss are things that vegans should think about. I do agree that you shouldn't not do a vegan diet because you're plagued by analyst paralysis and you don't think you could do it perfect and stuff. But I do think you should be aware that you're doing something to keep your omega-3s the way you need to, and that you should be doing something to make sure you have your vitamin B12. That's why I made the videos I made on my channel. And I did have a lot of struggles my first 3 months, as I've mentioned many times on this channel, and I made adjustments and now I'm doing good. He made mention on how people feel good the first year or so, but then 4 years down the road, they might not. So I've watched a few response videos on this already. The main one I watched was the one done by Happy Healthy Vegan, and I like the way he used examples of like the Seventh-day Adventists and stuff, showing that these people lived these type of lifestyles for a long time and did well. So it's good seeing evidence because you see all these theories bounced around all the time, and it just makes you feel ridiculously ignorant and helpless. Like, this guy says this guy says that, who's telling the truth? How am I supposed to know? It makes you almost just throw your hands up and give up, because who am I supposed to trust? Everybody's conflicting one another. Whereas when you see people actually doing a certain thing and it goes well and the evidence points that it's doing well, then that's pretty encouraging. When I read the book Healthy at 100, the people weren't vegans, but they ate a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, and they didn't have very many animal products, which would go in line with the stuff that Joe Rogan and this paleo guy were discussing. So that's one of the reasons why I have some confusion. Just like that goofball Onion Son or Honeyson or whatever his dumb name is that Vegan Gains was going off on, would point out the study where it was showing all the people and how the people that were like kind of like veganish but had fish as well did the best. Well, that would kind of be in line with what Joe Rogan and the paleo guy were discussing, but I don't know how true it is. What I do know is that you definitely get a lot of benefits for not doing a lot of bad things. When you're vegan, you focus a lot more on your fruits and vegetables. So I think it's good to keep doing these ethical things, but make sure you take care of your health. So do what you gotta do to make sure that your omega-3s are good, that your vitamin B12 is good. Go get a blood test if you're worried about it. Happy Healthy Vegan and Durian Ryder posted theirs, and I don't know how Durian Ryder's came out. It seems with all the sugar he has that it wouldn't be good, but I never watched the video, so maybe the evidence of his tests will fly in the face of my belief. But the one that Happy Healthy Vegan took showed a lot of good numbers. So it's good to have evidence supporting their claims when there's information that seems to conflict it that sounds really reasonable. So anyway, I don't have anything to say on this really one way or another, because I'm a lot more ignorant than I care to be, but I'm doing my best right now. All the results I'm getting from my body after my first year of veganism are pretty good. They're very enjoyable, so I'm doing well, but I haven't been doing this 4 years yet, so I can't refute any of the claims that were made against this diet. I'm just saying that so far it's working, and that it's nice seeing evidence of people doing this long term and it seeming to work for them. So take from this video what you will, but if you're vegan, just make sure you at least focus on that B12 and those omega-3s, because they're both super important. If that means you have to take some kind of algae-based supplement or something, do it, because you don't want to wreck your health as you're helping not to contribute to all these bad things that promoted us to follow this diet in the first place.